Hi, I've had a chaotic day to say the least. It was actually kind of a rough day. My state is kind of burning, and actually just the entire Pacific Northwest is burning. So I woke up to very apocalyptic lighting scenarios. So that kind of just messed with my mental health in general. But yeah, I recorded this video, and then half the files got corrupted, and then it was just all stressful. But mostly I hope to do like another run through that's going to be better than last time I did it. Hopefully I can turn this into a positive thing. It is currently 3:30 in the morning. So bear with me. Thanks. Okay, so Ludwig Ludwig was hosting something where he was looking at his viewers' channels and giving them kind of like an analysis, and we filled out some questions, and there were like over 600 people who applied, and then I'm not exactly sure how many people actually got viewed, but somewhere around like 30 people, maybe guesstimating, like actually had their channels looked at, and I was one of them, which was really cool. I didn't make it into the video. The video came out earlier, technically yesterday, but today. That's a shame, but also totally fine. I don't think there was anything necessarily super funny or entertaining that fits with, Ludwig's style. But that nonetheless, I'm really excited to go over, I don't know, the state of my channel and talk about his analysis, because I think there's a lot of stuff that's really spot on, and it's just good advice, and it's not every day that you have the opportunity for someone like this to analyze your channel and give you feedback. So this is super cool. So let's just jump right in.
Next, pay the musician.
That's me. Ludwig had us choose our best video, and I didn't really know what to choose. It was a really weird thing. I think probably my best video is the Ludwig Anthem, but I didn't want to show repeats and other good videos I've made he'd seen. I felt like I wanted to do something a little bit more unique. So I did 2020 is is 2020 the worst year in history? So
2020 has really sucked. Does that make it the worst year in history? No. Oh,
I think this is so funny, but he just I don't know if he's in like analytical mode, or he just doesn't like my type of humor. I don't know. But not even a grin or chuckle.
We're actually the biggest loser. So stop being assholes.
Also, my cat died, which really fucking sucks.
What's the guy's name?
He then spends like minutes trying to figure out who, he's thinking of, and then they say Jack Stauber, and he's like, no, but also yes. Jack Stauber's amazing.
Yeah, I can see why you brought him up. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, he's not very much like Bill Wirtz, but similar style. Yeah, I think it's a great bracket to put him in. Anyway, okay, great. So that was the video, and then you said your goal is to continue to grow your audience on YouTube and diversify the content. Make a creative arts and sustain yourself with ad revenue, Patreon, yada, yada. You started YouTube to release music, and you like making videos, and it's just mixing a lot of passions. Sure. And you're held back by not having given people enough of a reason to be interested in you or what you're doing. So continuing to do content related to popular content creators I enjoy while continuing to put my personality into the mix might be better than jumping into my own isolated content so early. Right. I see.
To clarify, I don't think that's the only thing holding me back. I think it's like the main thing holding me back. And I don't even know if that's true. I mean, I think I could just make better content. And that's something I'm always striving to do. But I don't know if like going just be better is a good, informative thing. Because I mean, he would be like, yeah, be better, But I think that what I said, I don't know.
See. That makes sense. Yeah, I do think immediately everybody said Bill Wirtz. Yeah. And I think you probably get that a lot, and I think that's probably intentional.
For those videos, for sure.
And it is fine to tie yourself to content creators. It will definitely get you views. But I think, yeah, this is very Bill Wirtz thumbnail.
Public service announcement.
Every year you make the same mistake.
These videos were so fun to make.
Yeah, I think over time you'll be able to find your own style a little more.
I agree. I think
Because
that's
it
what
feels like
I mean, he's gonna say this here, but that's he says, you know, that it kind of feels like multiple people. Here, I'll let him say it.
there's like 3 people in this YouTube channel. You know what I mean, chat? There's one person who's like just a musician. That's this guy. There's another guy who just watched 40 hours of Bill Wirtz and then made videos. It's these guys. And then there's like someone trying to like, you know, YouTuber and leech off YouTube videos and streamers. It's like this guy. There's like 3 things going on here. And I feel like it should be narrowed down to 1. I don't think you need all 3 of them. Which one do you like the most? Because at the end of the day, if your content's amazing.
Part of what I'm trying to do by diversifying is like create good content and figure out what my voice is and where I fit on the like YouTube algorithm and the just YouTube the site in general, because like there's an entire group of people that love watching, I don't know how to define it, but love watching like covers and people singing covers, and I have no interest in being like a cover musician. Like there's a huge medium of cover musicians on YouTube. I have no interest in, like, I want everything I do to be more original. Not to say that I'll never do a cover or that I never, you know, like there are times like the mining Minecraft parody, I just like remade it. I did a cover of Count What You Have Now, the Ludwig song, where I like replaced the Japanese lyrics with like own original lyrics. I've done stuff like that, but usually I'm like trying to add something unique at the very least. I don't want to just be like singing my version of someone else's song consistently. And like as a musician, I made those episodes that like that when he scrolled down, they were searching for a sound at the bottom, and like those were just musician episodes. And what it comes down to is there's just not enough reason, I think, for people to watch those. I mean, people haven't gone back and watched them, and I don't think they would do really well necessarily. I think I need to give people more of a reason to be interested in me, maybe make better music, but I don't know. It's tricky, and I mean, I think he pointed out like finding your voice, right? Finding your style, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to just be a Bill Wirtz knockoff. I like making Bill Wirtz style videos. They're fun to do musically, to just kind of like write a song however you want, and it's just enjoyable, and I like something. The reason I made Bill Wirtz videos is because I watched his interview with H3H3, and something I struggle with is work ethic. I think I've been working on like becoming more consistent and sitting down when I have abundance of free time and really dedicating that to productivity, and you know, and not just sitting there and getting stuck and not, you know, skipping things for days. So I've been trying to release videos weekly, and I think that's part of the reason there's been so much range in what I'm doing. Is like, first of all, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on YouTube, and I don't think I'll ever just like do one thing and fill this niche. I think that generally speaking, you know, people who watch my YouTube are hopefully in it because I'm a musician that makes interesting music, and hopefully they like me and like my music. And then everything I do on this channel is related to my music. I don't know.
Like, I think your songs are great. I think they're enjoyable.
Thank
But
you.
I think if Bill Wirtz uploaded the history of Japan or entire history of a world on a channel with 0 subscribers, it would still have millions of views.
I don't think that's inherently true. I think that video is so high quality that it just has so much more of a likelihood of succeeding than other videos. But there's so much that goes into the algorithm and whether or not things are successful. I know he believes that, and I think that if Bill Wirtz was destined to succeed to a certain degree because of the high quality stuff he was making consistently. But I don't know, it's like it's so tricky getting past like the beginning threshold. That being said, I think if you take that video and upload it onto a 0 subscriber account, there's actually a high chance that it would like blow up and get millions of views. I agree. I just think that like it's not guaranteed. That being said, if you're consistently creating high quality content, you will eventually, it's just odds at that point. The better the content, the better the odds, you know, and then you will always get lucky at a certain point. You just got to stick to it.
Japan is an island.
I think the content is so good that it would just find a way.
I think if it wasn't just one video, yeah.
I just genuinely believe that. And so if you're going to chase Bill Wirtz, then that's what you're...
This isn't Bill Wirtz, though. I mean, this is what Bill Wirtz is best known for. He's best known for history of the world and history of Japan. But Bill Wirtz is so much more complex than that. Like, there's so much he did before that to find success. And, like, that video took him months, history of Japan. And then history of the entire world, I guess, took him, like, a year. And it's like, I don't have time like that to dedicate to projects. And I don't think he would suggest most people do something like that. But that being said, I mean, it showed. The quality of what he made was just phenomenal. But there was someone in the comment section going like Bill Wirtz had no viewers before History of Japan, and it's just not true in the slide. Like he had like a strong following. He had been on Vine for a long time, posting daily, you know, and working really hard. And part of the reason I liked Bill Wirtz's style of videos is it seemed like you can really write music about anything, and as long as it's an entertaining and interesting song, and that appealed to me. Of like, okay, I'm trying to publish like videos weekly and like really commit to that and make this like a standard so I can consistently. And I mean, I think that's been my number one priority. So, you know, not going too much on tangents, like publishing videos weekly has been really important to me, which has resulted in me going a lot of different directions and trying to figure out what I want to do, but also just doing what I can and putting a video out there.
Content needs to be. It needs to be so good that it'll just find a way.
I think that there's a difference between good enough and so good that it'll find a way, because I think that is true. I think Bill Wirtz is so good he would find a way, you know, and I think that this video has such a high chance of succeeding no matter where it was posted, because it's so good you can't ignore it. You know, I think that's a really cool concept. I'd like to be so good that you can't ignore what I'm making, or I mean, you know, some sort of people will find it and enjoy it. And what's funny is I feel kind of crappy right now. Not because of Ludwig. I mean, all of the advice he's giving, especially with the minimal context, is just great advice. But like, I had a really rough day, and Corona's been really rough, and a lot of people are struggling with that. And I've been dealing with just a range of things, and it's hard, you know, like being a person is hard. And I'm feeling that, you know, I have a video that I need to finish by tomorrow. I did it, and then the footage got corrupted, and now I'm trying to do it again, and that happens. And the type of, like, you know, with Bill Wirtz videos, you can make a 10-second long video that's entertaining and interesting, and it's a meme. Length, you know, you don't have to compromise on quality. You can just compromise on length. You can have a short video rather than a long video, which will take more time. And I thought that was really cool. I don't know if I'm going to do more Bill Wirtz videos. I think I will, just because I think inherently they're pretty cool. But I don't want to be like a Bill Wirtz knockoff. That's not what I want to do.
And you just have to be a man who like doesn't miss. He don't miss.
Not anymore, but he did. You know, he missed a lot. Look up like Red Fire Truck by Bill Wirtz. He talked about it in the H3H3 podcast. Like, and that's okay. I mean, that was the goal. The goal wasn't to make amazing videos that always are the highest quality and succeed, right? His goal was to consistently produce, because eventually you'll find success. I mean, that's how I wrote music initially. I just wrote, and then there were songs that worked, you know, and I learned how to get better. And I'll tell you what, if your skills get better, you end up, if you take Ludwig and take away his following, take away his YouTube subscribers, take away his Twitch subscribers and following, and everyone forgets about him magically. But he has all the information today that he did based off of the success, and he has to do it again. I think it wouldn't take him as long. I think Ludwig is a very, very, very skilled content creator. And I think that he could get back to the position he's in, and I think he could do it faster than he did before, because there's skills. He's a skilled person. He's an entertainer. He's funny. He's interesting. He makes consistently good content. So, I mean, the reason I'm posting so often, and I don't want to sound upset, because actually my channel is doing really, really well. I'm so satisfied with the trajectory of my channel and the growth and the perspective and everything involved. So, you know, I'm trying to learn and get better and figure out what I want to do. And it's all foreign and it's all tricky. You know, it's hard. I mean, I think I'm in such a good spot, but you know, hard days happen.
And that's hard. And it also has to be unique enough that people won't just scream Bill Wirtz every time you post a video.
Totally agree. Yeah, no, I need to.
So I think that's hard.
With doing more Bill Wirtz stuff, if I do any of that, I would need to, in my opinion, make it more unique, other than just like, oh, I'm a different type of musician. Hopefully I could offer something unique, because I don't want to just be a carbon copy.
If you want to just make videos and make music and then make a career off of it, I think making music for creators can definitely work, for sure. And then you can build a base, and then you can find out what to do. I think the Bill Wirtz route is hard.
I agree. It's really good advice.
But yeah, rate your content a 6, rate my content an 8. Yeah, I would. You have 3 things you're doing on your channel. I would narrow it down to 1. I think it's your best bet.
I think the core of what he's trying to say is, I think what you do is good. I think I enjoy your songs. He said that at one point, right? Probably mostly to be nice, but he said it, right? And then he talked about being so good you can't be ignored, so good that it'll find a way. And I think he says narrow down to a certain degree so I can start making content to that quality. And I agree with that very much. But I'm not ready to narrow down because I'm still trying things. Like, I have ideas that I really want to do, and I'm still growing and I'm figuring stuff out. And plus, I don't think I ever want to be someone that's just like really stuck doing one thing. Like, if I had 1 million subscribers tomorrow and I was doing something I didn't really like or I felt stuck doing, that would be a nightmare. I really don't want that. So the channel growth has been really good. Ludwig has just been like incredibly gracious in the way that he's interacted with me and helped me. And I mean, the Ludbud anthem was really great. And this is why if you saw, I did a Stan song recently, right? And the reason I did the Stan song is because the last Ludwig song I did, it felt way less mutually beneficial than the Ludbud anthem. Like, I think Ludwig benefited from the Ludbud anthem. I don't think a whole bunch, but I think it validated his Reddit. I think it encouraged other artists, just like MF Kid encouraged me, right? Watching MF Kid's original rap was just awesome. And I was like, ooh, maybe I can write an original song, and that'd be fun, And I think it increased the quality of content on his subreddit. I think that it added value. I mean, he did more for me than I probably did for him, but it was somewhat mutually beneficial, which is good. And then the most recent video, the Reddit recap song but longer, I really enjoy that video, and I don't think it didn't feel too leechy for me, but it felt way less mutually beneficial, which is why when I reached out to Stans going, hey, maybe I could make you a song, I was like, Ludwig's so big, there's so many people vying for his attention, and there's so many people trying to like cash in on his, I don't know, empire is the wrong word, but he's established like a very, very strong system, and people are trying to tap into that. And I don't like want to be someone that he looks at as a leechy or needy, So I reached out to Stans, and Stan was like, yeah, do it. And so I made him a song, and that was really cool. And hopefully, that was like mutually beneficial too. It's like the first line from the Ludbud anthem is, I want to make mogul moves, get us both some views. Like, that's the goal. It's like, I don't want to be like a leechy person. At one point he used the term leechy. I don't know, what the intention behind that was, but I think I'm really satisfied with my channel, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Opinions, questions, perspectives. I'm going to read every comment on this video, but I also look at likes. If you're trying to understand like an indicator of like what I look at when I'm looking at my videos, likes are a big indicator. Someone liked this so much that they clicked the button, and so if you want to get through to me or say something to me, leave a comment, and if I don't respond, I'm reading them all. But thank you for watching the video. That was it. Ludwig gave me some channel advice. Bye, guys.